One, two, three.
Nice. That was good. You were late to the party.
I was syncing it. It's all good.
And that's how we're gonna start the show. So welcome to episode 7.
Is it even 7?
I think it is.
That's
it's
crazy.
Supposed to be 8, but
Happy fucking Ben Roethlisberger episode, baby.
Yeah.
Fat rapist.
How about CR7?
Yeah, and fun fact, I'm actually blocked by Ben Roethlisberger on Twitter.
You're not.
Because-
He is.
You're not.
Because
Okay, you don't
Because
need to
I
bring it
called
up now. We can pull up the screenshot.
Because I called him a fat rapist. And I'm blocked on Twitter.
Oh my god.
So, you know what?
Tommy, I don't know if I...
Ben Roethlisberger...
Well, when you're accused of sexual assault and whipping your penis out in a Rustler's steakhouse bathroom,
And you're pretty out of shape.
and you're pretty out of shape, and you look like a thumb, you know, these things
you
tend
might
to
be
happen
called a fat
We didn't have any on this days for this week, solely
because
because...
they fucking suck.
because they fucking blew penis.
Yeah.
What's today? August 1st?
August 1st.
August 1st.
Shitty day.
Yeah, why?
What do you
happened to
mean? It's the first day of
nothing
August.
happens.
Like, that's... I don't know.
that
I feel
means
like
Alright.
summer's
something
ending.
significant
Yeah, but that
would have
doesn't mean
happened on
any-
this day.
Nothing
You know?
happened. Like, I don't know. It's still a good day.
Guys, let's make something happen.
Let's make a
What do you wanna
baby
make happen?
right here on camera. Definitely make a baby.
Like, it's science.
It's science,
It-
honestly, like for sure. But yeah. So on this day, it was pretty shitty. August 1st. Don't know why that's an irrelevant day. It feels like it'd be a pretty significant day. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, honestly.
we do have some pretty significant questions to get to, though, from our friends and viewers at home. That segue was brought to you by Anus. Anus. You use it to shit. Alright. So let's get to the questions.
Alright, we got some questions. Right off the bat, from Austin Regan, shout out Austin Regan. Does Josh Allen throw more touchdowns than Tom Brady this season?
Yes.
I say no.
Alright, go fuck yourself.
Well,
Wait, I'm a third
End
party?
of discussion.
Okay.
No, you're not. You're a Finns fan. That's a biased opinion. He would be a third party. He's a Packers
Yeah, but I
fan.
hate both teams pretty much equally. If
Fair enough.
anything, I
I'd
hate
say
the
you hate the
Patriots more
Patriots
than the
more
Bills.
than-
Dustin has no side at all. So
yeah,
let's.
I like the Bills.
All
I
right.
also saw Josh Allen on a scooter.
Yeah, the
So,
most
he
aerodynamic
definitely
quarterback
can.
in the league.
Yeah.
Easily the most aerodynamic.
Dude, he was
quarterback
fucking
in the league.
gliding across Michigan.
Yeah, tell
on a
the
scooter.
fans.
yeah.
Yeah, guys, he was fucking. So, me and Max.
Max and I.
Oh my god. Alright, we're
Hop
already
off
to a
my
rough start.
fucking car.
Alright, so Max and I were editing episode 6, and it's at Fisher.
There's the link.
And it's.
No,
And
that-
there it
it's
goes.
not. It's
No.
not, Max. Stop
No.
pointing at shit.
Max. But, It was at Fisher in the computer lab, and it's like in the middle of Fisher while training camp is going on, and like the Bills meeting rooms are right by that in Basel and by the Mac lab.
Not sure if we're supposed to be there really editing.
I think it's fine.
Who gives a fuck? You pay. You know
There's-
how much money you pay to go to that
Yeah,
school?
I know.
That's fair.
Yeah,
You know
that's
how
what I'm
much
saying.
money your friend pays?
Do you know how much money I pay for both of us to go
True.
edit there?
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
we were yeah, you can literally see when you're just sitting in the Mac lab, just look up through the window, the glass window, and just see all the Bills players walk by. And when we sat down to get there,
They all came
Sean
in.
McDermott was walking behind Max as I was letting Max in, and I was like,
Head coach of the.
You
You
Buffalo
knew who it
Bills.
was.
yeah, I was like, hey, and then Max just turns
Hey.
around and he goes, oh hey, you're like Coach McDermott or something
Yeah.
like that, and you're like, hi, my name's Max, and then you mentioned like the Buffalo like you write for the Buffalo Rumblings
Because he
and-
asked what I was doing here, and I was like, "Well, I'm editing a podcast, and I have to write an article before I write for Rumblings." And he was like, "Oh, okay.
and then
Well,
he
that's
shook,
interesting."
yeah, and then he shook his hand, and I was like, I want to shake his hand too. So I was like, hey, I'm Dustin, by the way.
Yeah.
And he had some fucking strong man
Hell
hands.
yeah.
Like when you know when a man shakes your hand and it's kind of like he's got kind of calluses.
He had
and
some
stuff, and it's
motherfucking
just so
meat
firm.
wankers on him, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Swear to
He's
God.
Fucking meat wank.
Danny
Hell
and
yeah,
I
bro.
remember when we were in Cleveland and
Yeah,
Jason
that
Garrett.
that story's not as funny though because we didn't.
Yeah,
get to
because
meet him.
yeah, that's
But, like-
true. I would have told him Des dropped it.
And then
Des dropped it.
and I
Dude,
was
No,
got
you
dick.
fucking would.
Yes, I would have.
If you went up, no, you would not.
I
No,
100% would have.
Bro, I was walking out, and I was like, I looked behind. That was pretty dope. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
what the fuck, Tom?
Yeah.
You took that from me.
I was like, I looked behind me at
Stop.
like a glance, and I was like, I think that's Sean McDermott. And then I looked behind me again as I was like walking to base. I was like, that's Sean McDermott. So like the whole pathway in, I was like, all right, this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna open the door for him, and I'm gonna be like, "You're Sean McDermott," or something like that. And then I was like, open the door, and I was like, he's recycling right now. I was like, better just walk in normally.
Yeah,
and then
our coach recycles.
yeah, he recycles.
Your coach.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
Oh.
he taught me how to save the planet. Okay?
Yeah.
Coached me right up on how to save
Well,
the planet. So
To answer Austin's question, Tom Brady will. So on to the next one.
Yes, indeed. From Dustin Tomac himself, who's got that fattest cock? It's obviously you, and you just wanted to fucking
you just
brag
wanna
to
sit
the
here
audience.
Yeah, dude, like,
what the
fuck's
is he
gonna-
fucking kidding
like
me
we
right
all
now?
know it's you. Dude.
yeah, and
Like
you're fucking-
like the viewers know, we all know it's you. So I like.
nice jeans, by the way. How do you fit that thing in there? Fucking pussy.
Skinny
Anyway,
jeans.
On to the next.
on to
one.
the next question.
This one's sent in to us from Kyle Domowski.
Who the fuck is that?
Some Polish kid.
Wow. I was on my way to
Kyle.
explain.
Kyle. Love
It's
you, baby.
mine and it's one of mine and Danny's cousins' friends from Michigan.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
he has
Thanks
the
for-
All the way in
question.
Ann Arbor.
Thanks
Yeah,
for watching, Kyle.
absolutely.
Good shit, dude.
Are aliens real?
Of course they are.
100% aliens
It's just
are real.
math, Kyle.
There's
This fucking Kyle kid. He's on my last nerve, honestly.
I would
yeah,
say
it's
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
impossible for
I mean,
us
we'll
to
find
be-
out later this month or next month.
next month, September 20th.
When the Area
Let's
51
go to
thing
Area
happens.
51. Let's do it.
Like, honestly, though, when you think about it, like, if aliens were ever gonna pop out, you think they probably wouldn't happen there. They're probably moving them right now.
I feel like. Nah, dude, I have no idea, honestly. The thing about aliens is that, like, it's so obvious that there are, and the
Yeah.
fact that we haven't truly seen any is
Right.
just kind of, like, bizarre.
It's
Because it's like,
crazy.
well, what the fuck? Like, this shit goes on literally forever.
Hell yeah.
So, where. You know, there's definitely, like, probably some planet, like, mad far away with, like, fish and shit on it. You know, just,
Yeah.
or, like, whatever.
Right.
You know what's wild though? Like, what if we finally see aliens and they like look almost just like humans?
That'd be dope.
Because everyone has that like fictional image that they have of
Yeah.
aliens with the big top head,
Yeah.
and then just like the weird
What if they
ovally
just look
eyes.
like
but what if they
fucking-
just look like us
Like Dave.
and they actually are here, but
What
we
if-
don't know?
Or what if they're just
Dun,
like.
dun.
what
Or
if
it's
they're-
cats. Cats are the aliens.
Cats.
Cats are probably
Like
the
from the
aliens.
movie.
Yeah. Those
Oh
are
my
musical. Those are
God.
But
definitely
from the
aliens.
movie musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
I've
we-
never seen.
If you guys have seen Independence Day, right? The thing about the aliens with Will Smith, that movie.
Yeah.
Remember it? Yeah. Can we just kind of acknowledge the fact that they were able to take down an alien ship with Windows 95?
Wait, what?
Proud of them.
They inserted
What are
a
you doing?
virus
Stop
into
doing
an
that.
alien
Stop.
ship using a 1995 Microsoft software. So
Bro, they
shout
put
out
a
to
rocket into. They put a man on the moon in 1969. Like, shut the fuck up. That is
they didn't
nothing.
though. They didn't though.
Oh
So,
wait,
doesn't
I
matter.
forgot. Never mind. We're not getting into that. Next question.
Yeah.
Leah Abraha.
Amber.
Wow.
Leah Abraha, why is Leah the motherfucking baddest bitch? You're not.
Yeah,
You're not.
We're,
So,
gonna-
like-
we're gonna be honest. Come on now.
She is.
Come on now.
The
The baddest bitch. Like
baddest, bitch. The baddest,
The baddest
Leah.
bitch.
Like,
We all know who the baddest bitch is.
Leah, I still think you are.
It's Bill Fagerbeck.
It's
easily.
definitely Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama could definitely was wifey material. I see why Barack.
I was
Put a
wondering
ring on
what
that.
you were gonna say, like where that was going.
Yeah, that could have gone any number of ways, but no, like she is wifey material for sure. You wouldn't marry Michelle Obama?
Michelle
Oh, I'd
Obama.
marry
Yeah, no,
Michelle
she's
Obama.
great.
Yeah, definitely. Childhood obesity.
Yeah, like she single-handedly solved that.
I don't
She
think.
cured it.
Yo, going
She
back
found
on
the
this, I
polio
don't think
vaccine, childhood
Michelle Obama is the baddest bitch. When you said that, that just didn't sit
No,
right with
Michelle
me.
Obama's not. It's,
Michelle
Sophie
Obama's
Turner.
not a bad bitch. Michelle Obama's beyond that. Michelle Obama's like.
Goddess level.
if you guys have a
Pretty
better
cool.
bitch that comes to your mind, send it in.
Leave it
put
in the
it-
comments
yeah,
below.
Yeah,
Below.
leave it in the
Comments
comments.
below.
Who's the baddest bitch?
Who is the baddest?
Tommy
bitch?
Scahill's a pretty bad bitch because he's the only one that comments on the YouTube videos.
Shout out Tom the Truth. This
Yeah.
next question actually is from Tom Scahill.
Whoa.
How does one find love? Like that of Jack and Rose in the Titanic, where they make sweet, sweet, passionate, sweaty love in the back of a convertible.
I'm starting to sweat.
Tell me, where does one find that?
All right, Tom.
Damn.
Swing low, sweet chariots.
I'm
All right,
getting moist
Tom.
just
Who
thinking
who
hearing
wants
that.
to
I got
answer this?
Let
You
me-
want to start?
Let me take
This
this.
is a
one.
Max
Let me
answer.
take this.
This
one.
is 100%.
Tom, I know you're listening right now. What I want you to do is I want you to get completely butt naked. You're not going to need clothes for this. And I want you to sit down in your chair and I want you to put some headphones in. I want you to turn the volume up to 10. Okay? I I want you to roll up the fattest, most enormous monkey gorilla finger you possibly can find of dubage. I want you to take that fucking thing down. I want you to take the whole thing down. And then from there, I want you to go to findjesus.com. Because women are not what it is.
Okay.
Damn. What? That was pretty. What, bro? That's pretty.
Anticlimactic. But
Yeah, dude, that
honestly,
fell off at the end.
if you're not stroking your meat to Jesus, what are you doing?
Okay, I think the real answer to this question is that you can't look for love, okay? Because when you go looking for love, you're not gonna find what you're looking for.
I agree.
Love is an open door, bro. Every cliche that has ever been said is a cliche because it's true. So
That's
you
facts,
just have to
bro.
fucking.
That is fact.
You just gotta go through life and just be who you are, and eventually you're going to be able to have people gravitate towards you, and that's what it's all about.
See,
Especially for Tom. Like, you kidding me? Like, I know this question is like half joke, half serious, but like, Tommy Scahill? Gosh.
Nobody loves you the way you love you.
I thought you
I
were just
thought. Yeah, I
On
was
to that
down.
note, getting
No, I
serious
love
though.
Tom.
I hate when people like go out of their way to try to find people.
Yeah, it
If
just
if
doesn't
you
work.
just work on yourself and you just become an awesome version of yourself,
Love
it's gonna be
is an
super easy to
open
find
door.
people.
It's gonna be
I like that you
super
sang
easy
that.
to find. Yeah.
Why the fuck are you clapping?
There's a
Because
woman out there
Dustin's
for
the
you.
fucking
Or
What are your
man
thoughts, Tom?
Or other.
My
them.
thoughts is Tom.
Do you, baby?
You just keep doing your thing, baby.
Keep doing your thing. Got nothing.
Got nothing respect for you, baby. You already know.
You already know what to do.
What are you
Yeah, so Shelby just sent in a bunch of unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Let me
sixth
pick, like,
grade
two of them.
blabbering
No,
gibberish.
bro, there's literally just
Let-
mad
okay, let me-
for no
Gibberish.
reason.
Shout out Shelby McConnell.
My
for
sister,
watching.
for those of you who don't know, Shelby McConnell is my sister, and she thought it would be fucking so funny if she could send in 1,000 different questions that mean nothing.
We're gonna go. I think we should speed round them. Honestly, I think that's the best way
Max
to
has
do
to
it.
answer them.
Alright.
Give it Max for
Okay,
the most
alright.
part.
Why is Max such a little bitch?
Because I didn't grow up.
Who is the real plug?
The extension cord.
Who called me hot? Where is your mother?
Oh, it's Tommy. We already went over that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Why did Max threaten to murder my wife?
Because you didn't get a husband.
What is? Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
What
That's
is-
there's nothing on me. It's just we're rapid fire. Okay.
What is the number for 911?
1156.
No. Why did Max come to Katie's wig and tell her it's wig snatching season?
Because you didn't get the proper wig and you glue that bitch on, bitch. Because I'm coming back.
When is wig snatching season exactly?
April
I need the
5th.
dates.
April 5th.
It's just one day.
Yeah, that's one.
That was
season.
my own question.
It's like yeah,
What is a visco?
a visco. It's where you take like some Vaseline and you stick it on anybody that's like shorter than 4'11" and you slide them down like shuffleboard down a bowling alley kind of lane, and you have equally as tall people just sitting there and like, and then like from there it goes into Dasani water, and it's really just an ad campaign for Dasani, but like it could be a competitive sport if they really wanted it to be. You were saying?
Makes sense.
Why is Max being so mean to Huxley?
If you've met Huxley, you know why. I don't have to explain that.
Shit's
so-
all over the house.
What? This is a good one. When am I being brought on the podcast?
Never.
Whatever you want, man.
Hold on, we have more. Do bugs get hot?
Sometimes when it's warm, but not when it's too warm.
Do you think they dream?
Do I think bugs dream? What would a bug dream about? Bugs probably know how to solve the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and we don't. So.
If I dye my hair black, will my soul turn black?
No, but your face will, because I'm gonna kick you.
What color are souls?
11.
What if my soul is already black?
Well then get ready, sweetheart, because I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna stab you.
Can frogs have parties?
Yes.
Yeah, but I've never been invited to one, so fuck them.
If a frog was running at you on two legs, what sound would it make?
Ah!
Why is an eggplant called an eggplant when it doesn't even look like an egg?
Because Beanstalk was taken.
What if horse hooves were squishy? What would that sound like? What do you call a moth without wings?
Useless.
It sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
How much does one thumb cost?
Probably 9 other fingers. You gotta give him 9 other fingers because that's the most important one.
If we wanted to surgically attach thumbs to the cat so he could fetch us things from the fridge, how much would that cost?
11.
That one was a little much.
That was a
sorry.
bit much, yeah.
But still answer the question.
Probably, yeah, $60 in a movie ticket, probably.
Shelby, I want you to do this again. We will do this
I
again.
want you to get help, and I want you to stop messaging my friends because
What's the
it's
list of podcast?
That was pretty silly.
Well,
That
we
was
have a couple of
ridiculous.
more questions. If
Oh, there's more
From
questions
her?
from who?
no, not from Shelby.
From Katie. Is it Katie?
No,
Okay.
no.
You could have had a bad bitch.
Not committal.
This was from last week. PD. Shout out Jake Peterson.
Guys, I miss show and tell.
You did miss show.
You
and
did
tell.
miss show and tell.
Did you bring your
Good.
show to tell? All right, well then, fuck you.
Yeah.
Missed it. I didn't
Honestly.
want to.
We'll just do it another day. We'll do another one.
PD talking to Max here says, "Why are you so disgusting looking? You give me wrinkles."
Pete, I got ringworm once from staring at your hairline, so you can go fuck yourself.
From Zach Vaughn actually.
ZV,
Shout
good
out,
man.
Zach
Who the
Sounds
fuck
like
is that? I'm gonna do that to any new name here.
Okay.
Who is it?
No new friends.
Wait, who is it?
He's a guy from Fisher.
Nice.
Good
Is
guy, good
mayonnaise an instrument?
No, but pumpernickel bread is.
Yo,
That's
pumpernickel?
a fact though.
Yeah.
I'd fucking pumpernickel.
You could pumpernickel.
Yeah, that's
You
what
could
I'm
pumper
saying.
dime too. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
shit,
baby?
bro!
All
You know
right.
me?
Here's another one from
It's not
Zach
funny.
Vaughn. Is Disney doing too many live action remakes?
Yes.
I think we should
Yes,
talk
yes.
about Disney in general for a minute here because they have become a monopoly.
Yeah, they're a bunch of
like
Nazis.
realistically,
Like
like
buying every single. different
which is funny
franchise.
that they're Nazis now.
This is the movie
Because
industry's holocaust.
oh wait,
Because Walt was a Nazi.
yeah, shit.
Yeah.
So it's not funny. It's bad.
It's pretty bad. They kind of been a Nazi for a while.
Since about the 30s.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna edit the podcast, so you're fine. Don't worry. And I'm not editing that out.
So, but really, let's talk about the remake. So, we
Lion
got
King?
Aladdin, Lion King,
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Beauty,
Beauty
and
and
the
the Beauty and the Beast was pretty
Jungle Book.
good. Didn't see it.
Yeah,
That's
fuck-
good.
Fuck that one.
Dumbo.
Dumbo.
I
That's
don't
coming out.
understand.
No,
Did it
Dumbo
already
came
come
out.
It came out.
It already came
half
out?
a
It
year
came
ago.
out, yeah, it came out a minute ago.
I'm not-
Huh.
And then there's more coming. So,
Mulan.
Yeah, they're just gonna do it all.
The apparently it doesn't have a dragon.
Do you
It
think
doesn't
they'll
have
remake
Mushu.
Mulan too?
if
hope
they
not.
do, they should just
They definitely should
burn
not
everything to the ground.
remake Pocahontas.
Dude,
The-
a Hercules one would
That's
be
just
fire.
weird.
They're making one. I'm pretty sure.
They are.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you
sure.
should
That's
check
gonna,
it out.
that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Dude, you know it's crazy though because I was walking through Wegmans and I saw
Hercules.
Lion
Just
King
right there in the
books
tree.
and like a kid section that was just filled with Lion King stuff.
Was it like the old or the new Lion King?
the new one and it
Oh.
fresh books, like new, everything was new and updated and I was just like,
What's new about Lion
damn,
King?
like no, it's not the fact that it's new, it's just it's the same story but it's for the next generation
see-
of people.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
But like
Well,
it's
we had that
literally,
shit growing up.
but it's literally a cash grab because Lion King when we were kids, that was it. It was just Lion King. Like,
Yeah.
But now kids are like, oh, we have the new Lion King, the old one. You
Yeah,
know?
for
It's
sure.
just like any other movie that's like, oh, the new
Right.
Frankenstein. Well, not
Like they're
Yeah.
they're basically like making something look a little bit different and then reselling the same exact shit
Yeah.
over again. It's kind of lame.
The 2005 Bad News Bears was better than the original.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking about the Bad News Bears. I think this happens often, and I might sound like I'm tripping or some shit, but oftentimes I'll be thinking about something, and then
And then
someone
it'll-
else will say it.
Yeah.
Life is
A
nothing
simulation.
but a
But
simulation.
I really
Simulation.
like. I truly
Time is a
believe that it's
construct.
like
Yeah.
brains are linked.
Yo, that
So
reminds-
sometimes when I think of something and like I'm like I wonder if that person's thinking about it and they don't say anything, it's like
We probably are.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
sir.
they have.
yeah. But like I think like in that moment, there's just like something between brains that happens.
There's probably more things that we collectively have thought about than we haven't thought about. You know what I'm saying?
I think
We
so.
probably all thought about the same shit at some point. You know what I'm saying?
You ever think about a goat just going into a bank and yerking off?
Often.
Yeah,
no,
no,
see,
that
that's the
was-
thing though. Like that's a pretty original thought. I'm sure maybe someone else has thought of it, but
Definitely
like
somebody else.
you know,
yeah.
there's like billions of things that we haven't thought about.
Right.
Just because, like, what if that Kirk Hammett pop figurine turned 700 feet big
Right.
and fucking fought a fucking monster
And he
that came out of
saved
the
the world
water
by
and
shredding
saved the
a
world.
guitar.
Exactly.
And fucking, played the fucking solo from one.
Like, what
and
if
it was dope.
a mound of fire ants just turned into like a
Metallica's best guitar
Megazord,
solo.
and we had nothing
Up
to
there.
fight it because the Power Rangers aren't real. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
what I mean, though. Like,
I
there's so
don't need
many
that
original
negativity.
thoughts.
Yes, they are.
All right.
I think every inside-the-box thought has ever been thought of. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Little Caesars for dinner.
Never.
No,
I
see,
know
the thing is,
that.
nobody thinks that. No.
Nah.
Because it's not let's go to Little Caesars for dinner. It's let me walk into Little Caesars for 4 minutes and grab it out of that glorified microwave that they have because it's such an impersonal experience and it can go fuck itself. That's why.
If you're shopping. If you're getting pizza at Little Caesars,
Fuck you, Little Caesars.
Yeah, dude.
literally though.
We're anti-Little Caesars. We're
Yeah.
calling it out.
Like I only
Exactly.
find Little Caesars if like you are on like a strict budget and you want pizza that night.
Mhm.
Other than that though, like I respect that, but other than that though, if you were like I want pizza, first place I'm gonna think of Little Caesars, you're fucking disgusting.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Pizza in Canada, Toronto specifically, 267-1111. Remember it.
What's that?
2, 6,
You just gave me a name and a bunch of numbers, and I don't know what to do with them.
What's that?
The Canadian fans will get it. All one of ya.
Is there a Canadian fan? Do we have a Canadian fan?
I
If we
wish.
have reached across borders, boys, I don't think we have. So
So-
there's really nothing to clap about.
Did you guys see that? Stop! Stop!
Hit him
Did
again.
you guys?
Nothing.
Should I?
Ow. All right. Did you guys see that thing on Twitter where it's like the CC's Pizza Challenge? Where they,
Oh, yeah.
They give you how big's that pizza?
Call me
It's
fat.
like
But like,
Is that
leg
like
work.
really
Like,
like?
it's a
I
small
think that's
pizza,
a
right?
real thing.
So,
No,
like, that's
it's
extra large pizza. And
it's
It's a-
bigger.
the-
It's bigger
it's
than
bigger
extra
than the
large.
table.
Yeah,
But it didn't look that big, really.
Yeah, but
but,
those
like,
slices
it's
are probably like
really, really fucking long.
Yeah, like
so.
yeah.
yeah, it's probably
They're probably like they just cut it really thin. So yeah,
It's
absolutely.
probably like
Let's just fucking
I'm not doing it justice.
look it up.
But yeah, you only get 2 people to do it as the kicker. You know.
Yeah, but
It's a lot of
shit, I
bread.
mean, Hayden Ricky thinks that he can eat eight
4
for
for
4s in
4s.
one sitting. One for each sandwich.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot. I would throw up after like 2 4 for 4s.
Yeah, no, like
See,
that's the thing. I
can't
I
eat
really-
gratuitous amounts of.
I want
things.
Wendy's to sponsor.
Us.
No, fucking
Alright, well, I
Joey
guess
Chestnut
that
or
would be.
I don't like Wendy's. I don't
even
want them
Matt
to sponsor
Stoney.
us.
I fuck with
If-
Matt
if Wendy's
Stoney.
walked in right
Yeah.
now, you wouldn't take him as a sponsor.
Nah, because I don't like their food.
You don't like Wendy's?
I hate
Wendy's
you.
is
Nah.
the
You
superior.
better learn to like fucking Wendy's if Wendy's wants to sponsor the podcast.
Nah, dude.
All right, but so hold
Only
up.
Letting people sponsor me if I like them.
So I found it. The CC's Pizza Challenge. It's 2 people, 2 32-ounce drinks,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
one 28-inch pizza.
28 inches. So let's think about it like that. Usually a small personal
It's like a
pizza is
small
about
TV.
10 inches.
Yeah. So that's
A
So
small television.
double in almost
and
triple
almost
in
triple the circumference.
circumference.
Yeah.
No, it's
my fucking
diameter.
words.
That's diameter.
Diameter.
You're thinking of.
I
Nah,
feel like there's
circumference is all the way
crazier-
around. Diameter's halfway.
Yeah, no. That's radius.
Radius, you're right. What's diameter?
Just the full length from one end to the opposite end.
Fuck math.
Dan's out of college. Dan doesn't have to do math ever again. if he
Bro,
doesn't
I'm
want to.
so scared. I don't do anything. This is what I do.
Dan doesn't have to ever do.
I'm
math
so-
This is
again.
how I make my money.
I'm so scared. This is
And
what
we
I
have
do.
yet to see a penny. So
We've only spent money at this
exactly,
point.
we actually have lost money on this podcast.
If you guys want to start donating to the
Let's create a
Fund
Patreon.
of Dan,
fuck
yeah.
But then we have to create exclusive content, and that's also a lot of work too.
Well, we gotta start
It'll just
some
be
premium
pictures
stuff.
of Tommy. We'll just send out like catalogs of naked Tommy, like a calendar.
There's a sneak peek.
See, Tom, but now it's not like special if they see it. You know, we can't just be handing you out to all the fans.
Well, now
Come
then-
here, I want to talk to you.
I want to know what they're
The
gonna say.
fuck is your issue?
Get it together, man.
But no, like, they have porn stars, though. You've seen them in videos for free on Pornhub, but people pay extra for their exclusive content. You've already seen their whole body before, so, like...
It's
just
about
keep posting
trying
it.
to be...
Listen, though, if I need to spend any more than, like, any kind of money on porn
I don't
ever,
get it.
I don't need to...
I have
you don't need
never
to ever... I've
spent
never
a
spent
cent
money on
on
porn.
porn.
It's free.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? It's like, I need porn, I need different porn. Now, the free...
Now!
The millions of videos of free porn is not doing
Yeah,
it for
but a
me.
lot of
That's
it's
sad.
like not any
You have a
good. You know
problem.
that's a fact.
What?
That's really
There's
sad.
a lot.
though.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not,
a lot
but, like,
of
I
porn
only
that
need it
it's
for, like,
yeah.
2.5 minutes, I don't know.
Max is in and out. He's quick with it.
Hell yeah, bro.
I don't even like
You don't-
seek out porn. Like I don't know the last time that I've like was like, okay, I think I want to watch porn and jack off. It's not.
Yeah,
really...
after a while, it loses its touch for sure. Like,
You got the
Get it?
Yeah, I think having a girlfriend also has to do with it.
yeah, that yeah, for sure.
You know what they say.
But
Shut the fuck up. Let's talk about.
Shout out to Aaron. Have we shouted out Aaron
I
yet?
love Aaron. Yes, we have.
Okay, all right. Well, shout out to
Let's
Aaron.
talk about the big day. Chance the Rapper's debut album, even though that's what he called the last one, but I guess we're just not acknowledging
Yeah,
it.
I was so confused
Right.
with that.
Yeah.
Every time a new
Like,
album
yeah.
comes out, it's
Every
the
album's his
My
debut
debut
album.
album. No, I think it was just that it was like allowed on Apple Music.
Yeah,
I thought
well,
it was an
it's not
album.
even like
It was on streaming.
I don't know this
services.
this album. It's not under a major label.
It's true.
He's private.
Yeah,
He's still
exactly. So maybe
He probably started his own.
okay. Let's get into it though. Off rip, like my first impression is that I look at it and see that it's 22 songs long,
Mhm.
and I'm already let down a little bit.
Yeah.
Off rip, like seriously.
When you have mad songs, I feel like you just put less time into each song.
No, that's the
That's
thing
my
though, because the
impression.
songs were really fucking long. So I feel like
That's not
wasn't
even
the
true.
case.
The songs weren't long. More
A
than half
couple.
of the songs were only 3 minutes long. Like within like a 20-second, like either 240 to 320.
That's long enough though.
That's like radio music, though. If you look
that's
at most of
intimate.
Chance's music,
Yeah.
he has like just Coloring Book. Most of those songs were like 3.5 minutes to like up to like some of them were like 5-6 minutes.
Right.
And the thing about it is that I don't want to go into this and compare it to the other projects of Chance's because, yeah, Clancy, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
fucking crazy.
Chance's other projects, like, we know are really great. Like, I wasn't too big on 10 Day. Like, it's a good
I like
debut mixtape, like, for sure. Like, he definitely comes out and he's unique and
No,
everything.
acid rap.
Yeah, and then Acid
no,
Rap
yeah.
comes along, and Acid Rap's insane, and it's not his to really take all the glory for, but Surf was great. Donnie Trumpet.
Yeah, that was a
That
really
was
good
good.
one.
Social,
I
like,
it was
he-
out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, and his touches on that were like just so good, and like Sunday
Yeah.
Candy and everything, and he made like a lot of really good music that a lot of people were like
For sure.
really gravitating towards, and that's how he built himself up. And then I think he really did hit hard with Coloring Day. I think it did a great job.
Coloring Book.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Coloring
yeah.
Book. Yeah, my bad. Coloring Book came out, and everyone
follow-up.
was like, "Okay, this is
When
like."
Coloring Book
he's
came
legit.
out, that was
Yeah,
wild.
dude, every song on that is a banger.
Coloring
You know,
Book
just
was
about.
fire.
And
I
then
mean, there's a
last
reason we have
summer,
it on the fucking
he
wall.
came out with like Wallacam and
Yeah, he
65th
dropped,
and
like-
Ingleside.
Like 4
Yeah,
songs.
like-
It was alright.
Some of them are better than others, but like
Yeah.
for the most part, it was like okay, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
nice appetizer.
Yeah.
And so going into this album, you think that it's gonna be big and like good, and like it's filled with features, which is nice. But I think what Chance is trying to do on this album a lot is kind of like what Kanye does, in that he takes different artists and kind of blends genres of music and tries
Yeah.
to break
Yeah.
down barriers. The only issue is that he does it on, like, he tries to do it on most songs, and it doesn't really always hit right.
Yeah.
Like he's breaking
Feel
barriers just to break barriers, not
Yeah,
to make like the
I don't
music
know,
that
like-
he can make or that he's
I still
good at
don't think
making.
he sold out.
No,
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 it's
no,
not
I
at
wouldn't
all.
say
Not
sold
at
out.
all.
Like,
No.
I'm seeing that a lot. They're saying like I see a lot on like social media and stuff that like he's sold out, but I still
well,
don't
it's
get
like, what the
I
fuck?
don't get the sold out.
Yeah, that's the
vibe
thing. Like,
from
I
it.
love Chance, and I still defend him because it's like this is definitely not my favorite project of his,
No.
but it's still like you got to defend your
No.
boy.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just feel like well, I love Anthony Fantano. If any of you know the needle drop.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he
That's ridiculous.
shredded
Like,
the poor guy apart.
that's
Like he gave him a
insane.
strong
Wait, what
0
happened?
to a light
Anthony
1.
Fantano, who does
Really?
the needle
Yeah.
drop, which is like the needle drop, right?
No.
It's like a huge YouTube music.
Is it the
rating
bald
thing.
dude?
Yeah,
He gave him a strong 0.
He gave him a 0?
0 to a light 1.
Wow.
And but the issue is that I watched that video yesterday, and just about every point that he made is pretty spot on. The one thing that really stuck with me was when he said that none of those songs he felt was complete, or not necessarily complete, but
Finished.
no, it couldn't get to the end without it being okay, there was a part where I didn't like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he pretty much was saying that at some point in every song he was what?
Yeah.
And the big thing that he brought up was Chance's bars, because it's really just I don't know if he's not trying.
It's present. It just seems like he was trying to make a lot of songs. Therefore, I hear the same bars in 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much to it that just makes me sad, because there's some really good ideas on the album, like Rue. I fuck with Rue heavy.
Rue's a great song.
Yeah.
Handsome.
Handsome's good.
What's the one with what's her face? Do You Remember is probably as one of my favorites. Because my man Beg Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie, my favorite band.
Yeah.
He does the chorus
What's
for
your
that.
favorite band?
Death Cab for Cutie is my favorite band. I've seen him twice.
Let's Go On a Run. Is that what the one song is called? I really like that one because
I'll Follow You to the Dark.
I didn't mind Hot Shower.
Into the dark. That song.
I liked Hot Shower. I liked We Go High.
Huh?
nah.
You
We
know
Go High's
Death
a good
Cab
song.
if you were.
I wasn't talking about Death Cab. I was talking about
But,
Chance. But the
yeah.
point of the matter is that I don't know. I'm gonna continue to listen to the album because I want to get familiar with it. But I think that
It's forgettable.
if this album were even 15 songs plus those 3
Probably
skits, so
better.
18 altogether,
Probably better.
I think it would be a lot better. Because there's some songs where it's just you listen to it and it's what was the point? And that's
Yeah.
kind of how you feel through the whole album. It's you're listening to it and it's okay, where are we going? We get that it's the
Yeah.
big day and it's just this long, this is everything that's going on, but it's nothing's really connected. What are you talking about?
Feels scattered.
It feels very scattered.
And,
And it doesn't help that all of the verses are there's a
Similar.
verse from someone else on every
Yeah.
song, and it
The
just
John
kind of
the John Legend song. I wasn't a fan of that. The first one.
Yeah.
The first one. I was not a fan of that. I was this is not starting off well.
Mhm.
Hot Shower. Not a fan of that at all.
Really?
Hot Shower.
I don't like
It was
Hot
okay.
Shower at all.
It was okay.
First listen, I was bro, what the fuck is this?
It
And
was-
now every day I'm
yeah.
singing the chorus because it's just fun.
That's how it gets you.
But it's I don't know, it's not.
I'll do it.
I do like it. I think it's just I'm gonna be listening to some of these songs, but I'm not gonna look back and be wow, this was a great album. I don't think it's a great album, but I do think there's there's probably 5 or 6 songs on there that I really, really like.
I just don't get why.
And for that, it's a good project. for me.
22 songs.
Yeah. Well, that's
sure.
You think that 5 or 6 out of 22 is a good album? That's
No, I don't think
a
it's a good.
quarter
I don't
of
think
the
it's a good album,
songs.
but I'm saying it's not worthless. It's definitely not a 0. It's I think it's okay. I don't think it's his
I think
best
the-
stuff.
I think just the overall quality is down. The only song that came close to scratching the level that
Mhm.
even Coloring Book was at was just what the 5-year plan. Just the first 2 minutes though,
Mhm.
because after that
5-year
it kind
plan
of
was
falls
good.
off.
Yeah.
But because I go off first impressions, because I sat down and listened to it.
Yeah.
The first time I got chills on the album
Was
was
Rue.
Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 5-year plan, I'm pretty sure, is right after that, or a couple songs after. And that song was also okay, that's really good. And then the only other really, really good songs was Zanny's and
We Go High.
no.
We Go High's
What's
good,
the
yeah.
last song called? Zanny's and
Zanies and something else. I don't know. I feel like it's a collection of singles.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
the
It's
vibe I
like
get.
they're
It's like
all.
if you release these as singles,
I
they'd
was
probably
listening
be,
to
like,
it and
they'd
I
be
was like,
bops, but,
okay,
like,
so
you
which
got-
of these are gonna be on the radio? Because they're all 3 minutes long. So
Right.
like
So
that's
the last
obviously
one is
the
Zanies and Fools.
yeah Zanies and Fools. That
Zanies and
song's
Fools,
crazy.
Our House, Town on the Hill, Found a Good One. I wasn't a fan of Found a Good One. Sun Come Down was good. Get a Bag.
Get a Bag's alright. I
5-Year
thought
Plan
that would
is
be on the
great.
radio.
Ballin' and Flossin', that's great. I love
Ballin'
Ballin'
Flossin' is a fun song. I like that one. I like the Shawn Mendes feature.
Yeah. Handsome's a good song. Let's Go on a Run, no.
Yeah,
The
no, I
Big
fuck
Day.
with Let's Go On a Run.
The Big Day,
No, I like the Big Day too. It kind of grew on me. Besides the screaming part.
Rue.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It just didn't feel. It was like a completely different song. It just
Yeah,
kinda
but I
didn't make
like the
sense.
Francis and the Lights. Like I
love Francis and the Lights.
I love the
I've
way
seen them live
they
as
do
well.
his
They're very-
voice.
They're very good. We Go High is good. See, it's just like it's all just a collection of singles.
Yeah, but for
Yeah,
the
it's
most
good.
part, like it's not.
alright. Like it's like you can't go on anybody else's album that you go on. It'd be like maybe 13 songs, and it's like you'd be like, oh, if you like 3 or 4 of the songs, you're just like, all right, well, this is good. And it's like, well, this says 5 or 6 good ones, so it's like, all right, this is
But the
fine.
thing
Like,
about it is that
It
now
does
now
feel
you
extra.
do have to compare it to
You
the
do.
other albums
Yeah, you do.
because every song on the other albums was a hitter.
Yeah.
You know?
Whoa.
Like
Yeah.
there's not a song I would give up on Acid Rap. There's not a song I would give up on Coloring Book. 10 Day
Yeah.
he was still developing his sound or whatever, but you know, the past 2 albums, but this one it's like
Yeah.
pretty much every other song is a throwaway.
Yeah. I think he'll come. I think he'll bounce back.
Oh yeah,
I,
I
think
mean
he will too.
and that's
I
the
think
thing
he'll
where
bounce
it's
back.
like
I'm not that worried.
you know,
about it.
we can't expect too much anymore. Because it's like he's at the point of his life where he's got so many other projects going on. Like he's
Other shit
Mr.
going on.
Chicago and shit. You know, he's got fucking.
Right.
You know, he's doing things with higher purposes than making
Right.
music.
And everybody's giving him shit because it's like did you see the I love my wife, I love my wife. Ah! The Vine or whatever.
Nah,
They made like a little like meme video or whatever, and it was some dude like mocking
this guy's
Chance.
talking memes.
It was just a small video, and it was like somebody being like, "I love my wife, I love my wife," and it was just like making fun of Chance or whatever. But like that's kind of like where he's at, I guess.
I like Dustin's Iron Maiden shirt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dan Costello got it for me for
Killers.
Christmas a couple years ago.
Nice.
Solid album.
Shouts
So
out
you-
to Dan.
You guys,
Shouts out to Stello.
Big
costs.
Cost.
Remember, or did you see Chances Coming to Buffalo?
Yeah, I'll probably
Keybank? Probably go.
probably go to
For
that.
this album, this tour.
But, yeah.
Tuck that shit.
I'm trying to hear
So,
that album.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. Let's talk about it. Give me 1 minute. This game is fire for any of those people out there with a Nintendo Switch. I've never played a Fire Emblem game before, so I was really on the fence for the weeks coming up to its release. And then the day after it came out, I watched some gameplay,
I have the stopwatch going.
and I was like, "This appears to be the move." So I gave it a purchase. First night playing through, I was a little unfamiliar with like how things worked, so it was like I got 2 hours in and I was like, okay, whatever, you know, I'll play in the morning. Next morning, I woke up and played for 8 hours straight. This shit is fire. Okay, so again, that's Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Literally fire.
Yeah, literally fire. If you do buy the game, you get to pick between 3 houses to teach. You're like a teacher at this monastery, and everyone like fights and shit. It's
Nuns.
yeah, I don't think there's any nuns, but there are monks and shit.
This sounds like a cult.
It does sound like a cult.
Are we gonna talk about cults? We can stop the timer and talk about
Actually,
cults.
Would
Now
you
that
join
you-
a cult if it was a cult for something cool?
Like what though?
That was
Give
a
me good
question that
example.
Max
Yeah.
brought up today.
Give
Yes,
me a
it
good
was.
example though.
Like,
So-
Okay, so it's a cult where everyone just be having sex all the time.
There are plenty of cults like that.
Once you
called a brothel.
Yeah.
No.
Like not where like a cult if it was like not like Scientology where it's like we're gonna whip you if you don't read a book for 12 hours a day. Like I don't know if you're just like yeah you gotta live on this place and everybody's gotta be naked all the time and we all chill out and there's no blood stuff but we hug a lot.
What are you
Like-
talking about, dude?
Like you cults, man. Like
Yeah,
it's
that-
not
what
like
do you
that's
think goes
yeah.
down in a cult?
What do you think goes down in a cult?
For me, once you call something a cult, it's ruined. Like I can be in part of something
Yeah.
cool, and then once someone calls it a cult, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I don't want to be part of it anymore.
That's a
Right.
fact.
That's what happened to Fisher players.
But once you get into like a cult, it's
We
like you don't know
sending
your
shots out here.
It's no one's fault besides our own.
Was it a cult?
That was barely.
What'd you
on it.
guys do?
It wasn't a cult.
It wasn't.
Was
It wasn't
there
a
blood
cult.
stuff?
It's just a joke.
Lot of butt
Nope.
stuff going on
No,
at Fisher
lot
Players.
of
I
butt
hear.
stuff.
Fisher, Fisher's got enough stuff going on. That does not.
They don't
happen.
need butt
No,
stuff
it was
anymore.
just.
They don't need butt stuff on
They
there,
don't
so
need
I'm
that's
not
butt
about
stuff.
to
So, no,
put
they
Fisher
can
Players
happen.
on blast. Fisher Players filled with great people. I
You
think
guys put on
just.
some good shows.
Yeah, we did put on some good shows. There was a golden era for sure.
It's a fact.
Heather's through Grease or Footloose?
Footloose.
Footloose.
Footloose was the last. Footloose was the last of the true golden era, but Alice in Wonderland was
Oh yeah, because you.
my
Alice in Wonderland.
My
is a
send-off.
Child.
fever
dude.
dream,
That's
bro.
crazy. Alice in Wonderland was the last time that I was involved with Fisher Players.
Oh really?
yeah, I didn't do either of the shows last year.
Damn.
I was
Did
in
you
Legally
direct it?
Blonde,
You
but
directed
I
it.
got kicked out. What?
You directed Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking fire, dude.
It was a fever dream, bro. Alice in Wonderland is just one big ass trip.
Yeah.
Tabs of
I've never.
six.
You know what? I've never even like seen the movie or whatever.
What?
It's good.
Oh, did they make a? They made
Yeah,
a.
Yeah, they made a
Stop.
live. They made
Yeah,
a live action.
Forgot
Alice in
that
Wonderland.
one too.
Yeah, we did forget that one with Johnny Depp. Go fucking
Johnny
figure,
Depp. Can I have a sip of that?
fucking-
You
Yeah,
think?
Johnny
I wanna
Depp
try it.
Yeah, man, you
is
got
a
it.
great
Is
actor.
it any good?
Shout out to Big Bob over at Dunkin' for hooking us up with our classic with our Dunkin'. We had some donuts before this came on.
Dude, whoever works at
Coffee
Dunkin'
is so
always
gross.
hooks it up
you just
every
gotta know how
time.
to fucking make it, man. I don't want to hear.
I like
Shout
hot
out
coffee
K-Rob.
more than cold.
Shout out to K-Rob. But yeah,
Rob.
so going around the table, would you like if it was a cool cult, like if it was a cult full of shit that you wanted to do, but at the end of the day it was like, this is a cult and I'm also cut off from society. Like, what would you do? Like, would you do it? Nah.
If I could join a cult where we just build and play with Legos all day, I think I could be it.
I think
should-
you would go mad, but yeah.
No, Legos are fire. I fuck with Legos.
Guys,
Everyone's still on their
one day,
toes.
like I'm being dead ass. Can we just like chill and just like pull out my Legos and you guys can bring some too, and then we can just play with our Legos.
How many Legos?
Yeah.
We don't have any Legos anymore.
Dude,
I mean, I don't
We
know.
could
You
any
cop
saw
Legos,
those
but-
totes?
Legos,
I have
Dan. We'll
two
cop
giant
Legos,
totes full
baby.
of 'em.
We'll cop
Yeah.
Legos.
How giant of totes are you talking?
They're pretty fucking big
Like-
totes.
This long, this wide, this tall.
We should all go quarters on a like
Just
like a
big-ass
Death
bucket.
Star.
Death Star.
But yo,
dude, that'd be
Like,
fucking
make a
dope.
big ass fucking Lego Death
Oh,
Star.
Matt
Um,
Rapp and I have talked about doing that. That's a whole project.
How much is it though?
$100.
Yeah.
While we're on the
Ridiculous.
topic of cults,
Oh, you just snipped it right in.
while we're on the topic of cults, I think now would be a good time to review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. So that was
What is that?
that was the new Tarantino movie.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. It was good.
It was very good.
It was good.
The ending was
Tell us about
probably
Probably
the
the-
greatest
the
ending
best-
I've ever seen
It's
in my
the
life.
best 15 minutes of a movie.
Maybe
The
I
best
don't want you
la-
to tell me.
the
tell me-
best
No,
last
no,
minute-
literally,
Don't
like
say
you
anything.
need no, huh?
Don't say anything.
If we have
No, we're not.
spoilers, if
Okay.
we have spoilers at all, we'll put a disclaimer that there's spoilers.
Okay.
Pre.
But I don't want to be
pre-spoilers.
spoiled.
It
We won't spoil it.
no,
Okay.
it's
But
a very
it's-
it's a stop.
Why are you throwing things? Stop. Don't. Stop. You're cut off. You're done.
Dustin's like, yeah.
If you throw it, I'm slapping you in the neck.
I hate you.
Okay.
Anyway, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, so it's very good, but it's also 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Boo.
Yeah,
And
no need for that. There were definitely some scenes that weren't
I don't
necessary.
need to
Were
see
there
Brad
boobs in
Pitt.
it?
No.
No boobs.
No boobs.
No Brad Pitt doing
Is there
what?
a
There's a
wang?
lot of. There's like at least 20 minutes of like Brad Pitt.
There was
just
no wang?
driving around.
Yeah, no, they definitely
At
showed a
least
lot
like
of
20 minutes of just driving
that's
around.
that's
which is
that
unnecessary.
scene.
Is it spoilers?
I
Don't
don't
say
care.
anything, don't say anything.
No, like it's
Yeah,
not
you-
like
yes,
no,
you do
it's
care,
not.
Tom.
I
It's
do.
not gonna
It's not
spoil
like
the
it
plot
won't.
for you.
Yeah, when he was on the roof fixing the, I was gonna say like when he was
That's
on the
weird.
roof fixing the
that got
antenna.
me too. I was like, what's going on here?
Cause
The Bruce Lee thing. That segues into
the Bruce Lee,
thing.
the
was
Bruce
cool.
Lee thing, him and
I
Sharon
killed you.
Tate,
Like-
the Bruce Lee and Sharon Tate thing caught me off guard.
Yeah. That they're all like Sharon, like Bruce Lee is like now teaching Sharon Tate how to do mixed martial arts in
yeah.
her backyard, and she's pregnant. Like,
Well, he
Why
wasn't
does that have
teaching
to
her
be a
when she
thing?
was pregnant.
yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, you're right. He wasn't. He was.
He
Either
was-
way, it doesn't fucking matter. But
But
This sounds
It
so
sounds
random.
ridiculous.
Dude, I have
It's-
no idea.
it
I
sounds
don't
like
have this
literally-
conversation.
You have
no,
no
but
idea.
but that scene was only relevant because that guy that pulled up in the ice cream truck, that was Charles Manson.
yeah, that was Charles Manson.
Yeah.
He's in the movie for fucking 4 minutes, and you're led to
not
believe
not
that,
even
like,
literally
So,
like
the
30
real
minutes.
Charles Manson?
no,
yeah,
not
it was.
yeah.
Yeah,
the real
they
Charles
just
Manson,
like
who's
put
been
his
dead
dead
for
corpse like
years.
on a puppet, and they just like marionetted him like around. It was kind of weird, but
But
yeah,
but like the thing is, it was a very good movie.
it was good.
DiCaprio killed it.
Brad Pitt
was the star.
My one thing I will say, and this is not a spoiler, if you know anything about like the Sharon Tate murders and like the Manson family murders, you're led to believe like that's what this movie's gonna be about. And everybody was freaking out because it's like, oh, Tarantino is gonna disrespect Sharon Tate and her family and glorify this fucking murder and all this shit because he's like hyper violent in all his movies. And it's like, it's not that at all. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it's also like Margot Robbie's in it, and she plays Sharon Tate, and it's like I'm led to believe this movie's about Sharon Tate, and she doesn't say anything. She's in it, but she doesn't you're not invested in her character.
You learn.
She gives her
you
no
gain,
lines.
You gain absolutely nothing
I'm not-
from Margot
exactly.
Robbie in this movie.
And I'm led to believe that this movie is about her death. So why wouldn't you make her like an invested character that I care about? And he just does not do that at all. So that's really my only critique on it. But it's probably the greatest last 20 minutes of a movie I've seen in a very long time. And I don't think I've laughed harder in a movie.
Was
in a
everyone
very long
laughing?
time.
Like, it was
Yeah,
actually very funny.
Yes, it was
every single person,
it was fucking
every single
perfect.
person in the theater was
It was fucking
laughing and
perfect.
cheering.
Because like up
Wow.
until that, I was like kind of cringing. I was like, where the fuck is this movie going? Like
Yeah.
why? Like this movie seems so like there's nothing going on. And then the end happened, and I was like, all right, this makes everything fucking worth it. Like I completely get what
Scale of
happened
1
now.
to 10.
7.
8.
Alright, moving on. What's our next topic?
So I had some questions for you boys as well.
All right, real
Um,
quick. Tonight is we're back to football. Tonight is the
Preseason.
Hall of Fame game. Denver
Preseason
Broncos and Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
I got $35 riding on the fucking Falcons. They better not fucking blow the spread for me, boys.
I wish I
But-
could shank you.
Do it. But yeah, football's back. Hall of Fame enshrinement on Saturday.
Yeah, it should be
So-
pretty good. I wanted to go around and get what is your guys' closest near-death experience?
Oh, I like this one. So
If you don't have one, like what's like the closest thing you've ever come to being like morbidly injured or like whatever?
Okay.
my I didn't look. So I never learned how to ride a bike until 4th grade.
Mhm.
So, like one of the last nights of summer, the summer going into 5th grade, I learned how to ride a bike. Got a bike, and so like I would always just ride that thing around ER. And one day, I would go up to Harloff, and you know how there's the hill in the front that and then there's the sidewalk. And you're
Yeah,
on Hickory.
yeah.
So I would always ride my bike up that hill, go down, and just ride in the street and just be like, yo, because you would go so fast. And one day I went to do it, and I just drive right into the street, and a car is coming full speed, and I literally I don't know how I didn't get hit, but I almost got hit, and I started crying and went home. But yeah, that's
Well, that's
I
good.
almost got hit by a car, so that's probably the closest.
I got one. I was on my way to work. It was during the winter. It was between fall and spring semester.
Yeah.
I was on my way to work, and it was right in the morning, so it was kind of icy.
Yeah.
It was kind of icy over the roads. I was driving down Pittsford Palmyra Road, which is 45 miles per hour. I was running kind of
I
late.
remember you telling me the story. Yeah.
Yeah, and and it's the winter, so I'm all stuffed up and shit. I gotta hawk a loogie. I rolled down my window to hawk a loogie, and I don't want to spit that shit back into my car and get to clean that up. So I launched out so I could spit it out the window. And when
you
I
brought
did
the
that,
wheel
I
with
brought
you?
the wheel just a little bit. I did it barely. Dude, I started losing control. You know Pittsford Palmyra Road, obviously, like I said, it's 45 miles per hour. There's 2 lanes.
Motherfuckers whipping and
Yeah,
shit.
there's 2 lanes. There's a lane, a good space, between the oncoming
divider.
traffic lane.
Yeah.
And dude, luckily there was no one on the other side. But I started losing control. I was into the oncoming lane, and my car started going sideways.
Oh jeez.
And then I literally, dude, I didn't know I had this this talent, but but literally
We already fucking
No,
discussed how huge
no,
your dick is.
no.
so.
When shit got serious, though, I wasn't freaking out. I just stayed calm. I literally just like I just focused. I wasn't
Yeah,
freaking
that's
out at
what
all.
you gotta do.
I kept my shit together, and I literally
Adrenaline.
and I brought back the car. So I brought the tail back a little bit, and then I ended up sliding towards the curb onto my side, and luckily there was not even anyone like behind me
Yeah.
either. It was
That's
super
high.
good luck to the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
so stressful.
yeah.
I hate driving in the snow.
and then the most fucked up thing though was like, well, the only thing now to do is go to work and go
Yeah.
work. And it was just like, dude, like some
What the
crazy shit just
fuck?
happened, and all there is to do is just go on with my day. Like
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Exactly.
That's what literally like just kind of fucked with me.
Hell
for the
yeah,
rest
man.
Of the day.
For sure.
Like I literally just could have died right there.
Facts. Car accidents are crazy.
Yeah, I went on a drug run once with Beep, and fucking
Boop.
dude.
I said, what the boop?
Oh my god, this is crazy. This guy fucking takes me and him out of the car and fucking just points a gun at us. And he
No way.
tells us fucking.
Is it someone we know?
Yeah, I was with the person supplying the.
Okay.
And it was.
I'll ask you after.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
a
I think
decent
I
amount of
remember-
chud.
Okay.
And,
Shut is black tar heroin for any of you that know.
Yeah.
Dan's a big black tar heroin guy.
Yeah.
We've established this.
Crack,
last
too.
episode. Yeah.
Wow, double. And then,
Crack
so,
too.
he fucking took the jerks, and then he made our guy have sex with his wife while I watched.
Wow.
I don't believe this.
I believe that. Classic Dan. Always
Yeah,
into some
dude.
hijinks.
And so that's pretty much my closest near-death experience. When I was 2, I had a fever of
My
like
mother should
104, 105,
Mhm.
and I had to get a spinal tap to
Yeah.
like cool me down. And the doctors told my parents that they weren't allowed to be in the room when they injected me with the needle. Spinal tap, you get like a fat needle just going right in your
Fat
spine.
baby dick needle, yeah.
And they said that if I had seen them while I was getting the needle, I would associate that pain with them forever, and I would grow up and hate them. But luckily, I don't. So that's actually my real near-death experience. The first one was fake. I didn't fucking do
Oh
any
my
of
God.
that.
Alright,
bro.
Danny doesn't hate mom and dad.
Can you just imagine if Dan grew up like and
Fuck you, mom!
He's like, Dan, you gonna eat your cereal? Mom, fuck you! I got a shot when I was 2. Like, you don't love me. Like
Plain fucking simple, dude. That shit hurt.
your dad's just like, Daddy, can you pick this up for me? You're just like, fuck this! Man, I had a fever! You stuck me in that room with that motherfucker! Like what?
Oh
Like
my
he stabbed you with the needle. But
Max is about to tell some incredible story about how
Oh,
he
it's-
narrowly escaped
oh
death.
my God, no, it's not even that. I'm just thinking about it. Like,
Oh shit, I almost died with Max once.
That is one thing as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention in oncoming traffic, and I was about to swerve into a lane, and there was a truck there. And shout out to Brett McCarthy.
Shout out Brett McCarthy.
We were coming back from summer school because we were all stupid. And like Brett goes Max, and he grabs my wheel, veers it into the other lane,
Fuck
and then
you,
we
son.
also had to veer back into the middle lane. This was on the highway, but no, my uncle was like doing that thing. I was on his shoulders when I was like 4. And he was doing that thing, like we were walking along the bridge. You know that over where the abandoned subway is? That bridge?
Nope.
By Dinosaur Barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I saw
So
it.
he was like, we were going to an Amber's game, and he was just, I was on his shoulders, and he was like, whoop. And he was like doing that with me, like over the bridge. And he was like, whoop. And I was like, fucking stop. And like, as a 4-year-old kid, I was like, listen here, you fuck. Like, and then I hit him in the head, like when he did it one time. And, like, he accidentally, like, let go, and he whipped me off a little bit, and he still had my leg, because he was holding on like this, and I was just like, like 4-year-old me,
hanging for a second?
and I was a hefty boy, so, like, I was,
Husky.
I was a husky lad, and
Some real Blanket Jackson type shit.
exactly,
I like it.
yeah, one time, actually, my uncle as well,
Blanket Jackson.
What about him?
yeah, we were on the,
He was carrying, or he was
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out.
we were on the 36th floor of the Radisson. And actually, my
Wow.
uncle who
Real
had
shit
a
goes
really
down
bad
there.
skin disease,
MRSA?
he was really really upset, or really, like he just wanted to show me off pretty much because he has a lot of adoring fans, and he actually held me over a balcony and said, "Look what you did, God."
Kind of like Lion King.
Kind of, but
Kind of like Michael Jackson.
Did you guys
Kinda
talk
like
about
Michael
Lion King
Jackson.
last week?
We saw Lion King.
Did you guys like Steven?
Leave a comment below if you like Steven.
I was like, who the fuck is he talking to? I was
You
like,
guys
oh yeah,
like
there's a
Steven?
camera right there.
You take your time,
Oh.
Cameron. Like, what?
What else do we want to talk
What
about?
other
lying
questions you
twice.
got?
I got you right now. Hold on. So we got the near-death experiences. What if you found out your best friend was a serial killer?
I'd be like,
Would you snitch?
nah, I'd be like,
I
let's do
wouldn't
this shit.
snitch.
What's your motive? Like,
I
are we
would-
getting
I
money?
would
Are we
snitch.
doing something? Like,
You're a
let's
fucking
just.
You
go
would.
I
for it.
don't care. I'm
So-
not trying to die.
Well, yeah,
not trying to
dude.
get
Like at
involved.
that point, I'm not trying to
True.
die, and it's like I know, so it's like we better work together. And then I end up being
An accomplice.
no, not an accomplice. I'm on the low, some fucking real life Burt Macklin type shit, you know?
Who the fuck is Burt Mac?
FBI.
What?
Bruh, this dude doesn't watch fucking Parks and Rec.
No. I mean, like, I have. Like, I don't know. I'm not religiously watch Parks and Rec.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's okay. But, like, yeah, no. Like, so,
Y'all
like,
suck,
what
bro.
about you?
Let me
If you
get a
found
wine.
out fucking that your
Chill.
fucking
No.
best friend was a
Please,
serial
can I go in the
killer,
other room?
would you snitch?
If they were,
Stop. No,
if they
stop.
were a
Dude,
killer.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I would snitch.
You'd snitch?
Yeah, dude.
Dustin's a snitch.
Yeah, dude.
Dustin.
I don't care.
Dustin's a fucking snitch.
With a fat cock.
Like your best friend, like you, a snitch with a fat cock, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He
so
goes to
they
jail.
They kind of counteract.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Nah,
can rat
I
on me,
won't
but he
s-
doesn't have a fat
It
cock.
matters.
So.
Okay, like if someone's like killing mad people and just ruining people's lives, yeah, I'll snitch. But like if it's other things, like I'm just gonna like let you do you. But once you're like fucking ruining people's lives and then their families' lives, like
Yeah.
killing people, then yeah, I'm gonna snitch on.
Yo, I'm not trying to talk politics right here, but what you just said sounds a lot like what Hitler said.
What?
Yeah, I do think you did say something that did resemble Hitler.
What did he say?
He
Like,
was like, "Wow, these guys fucking suck. Let's kill them all." That's what you just
Yeah,
said.
that was
didn't-
along the lines of
I
what you said.
don't think I said that.
You were
but
like,
it's alright.
you were like, "Yeah, Doc Howe will do." Yeah, that's what
Zanny
you
bars
just
with a
said.
Drew Carey lookalike. That's for all the 2016 fans.
Yeah, got a boy. Found it right there.
Did the song ever get released?
No, but I do want to touch on one other thing. What the fuck is going on with this Dora movie?
I don't know, but
Did you
shit
see that?
looks bad.
Yeah.
What's up with the Dora movie?
The
Why
thing
is she
about it,
16?
the thing about it, if you were gonna give Dora a movie, it should have come like 10 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Like I think Dora's played out at this point.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
we grew up with Dora, and it's like the
Motherfuckers don't watch
people,
Dora, bro.
the people that are like 22, 21 now that like grew up with Dora want her to be some fucking hoe, you know, be on some like adult type shit. Like,
Bend over, make your knees touch your elbows.
I'm not trying to think of Dora.
no,
touching
not
her
like
knees.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's how they're
Nah.
trying to get in.
No,
They
that's
can't
not-
let
no, no,
that
no.
happen.
No. I'm saying I want Dora to be like modern day, like, okay, you're an adult now, so you're like us. I want her to be relatable. And it's like, we're still exploring shit. I got my
Right.
boots,
What happened to the big? You think the big red chicken's in it? The big red chicken has
the
to be
fat
in it.
red cock.
The fat red cock, and then the chicken.
I don't remember
As
the
well.
fat red cock.
You
were
don't
there.
remember the
You were
fat
there.
red cock?
You were there, and so were you.
I saw the
And
you were there.
And you were there.
We were watching Lion King. They
You
played
were
the
a
trailer,
psycho?
and I didn't even know it was the Dora movie until at the end we're like Dora, and I was like, that,
What?
And the
that was
monkey.
it. I couldn't even
Boots-
recognize
Boots
it.
doesn't speak, which pisses me off because Boots has to speak because it's fucking Boots.
It's fucking Boots, dude.
How the
Like,
fuck did he get fucking?
is there
Boots,
even a
bro?
theme song? The Dora theme song
I'm
slept.
sure, bro.
Dora,
The Explorer,
Dora.
It's a super Explorer, Dora. Oh
Grab your
Did you guys
backpack.
watch Go
Jump
Diego
in.
Go, or was that like
No,
past our time?
no, that was way past our
No,
time.
I was like 10 at
I
that
think
point,
there was,
and
like,
I
an
was
episode
like,
or two that
Diego
came
can
out.
suck my
Go Diego,
dick.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Yo.
very first episode, he saved some turtles that were
Turtles
hatching.
are dope.
Yeah, turtles are dope.
While we're
And then he
on the
said,
top,
"Fuck you, BP," and I was like, "This is my guy."
While
Diego
we're-
2020.
while we're on the topic of spin-offs of shows from our childhood,
Oh yeah.
you know it was a great one.
Hmm.
All Grown Up with
That's a
the
good one.
kids from
Yeah.
Rugrats.
That
definitely.
is the best way to do a spin-off, I think,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
like far enough in the future that it's like, okay, there's new character development
That was-
going on here.
That was a fantastic show.
Let's talk about projects that should not happen as spin-offs.
The fucking SpongeBob Camp Coral fucking spinoff.
Is it
Coral!
officially going to happen?
Yes, it is. It's officially
Is
going
it
to happen.
official?
Yes, Nickelodeon greenlighted it. So,
Greenlit.
what is it? Tom Hill? What is Tim? What's his name? I'm so
Tommy
sorry.
Hilfiger?
Tim Honks.
Tim Honks, great actor. No, the guy.
Oh, Tim Honks.
That's a throwback to the last episode. It's funny.
Nice. Way to come back on it. Who created SpongeBob?
Steven Hillenburg.
Steven Hillenburg. Okay.
That's who you were looking for?
Yes,
You're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
Tim Honks?
Okay, Steven Hillenburg. Shut up. Steven Hillenburg specifically stated, for any of you that know, I'm sure most of you know, the guy who created SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg, died recently of, what was it, ALS? Did he have ALS? And he specifically left a set of rules for people, for Nickelodeon, if they were ever to continue or spin off SpongeBob. And it was like, you know, you're never supposed to see Pearl's mom. SpongeBob's never supposed to get his boating license. Spoiler alert, I guess. Thanks, fucking Steven Hilfiger, whatever your hell your name, Hilberger. Goddamn, I keep forgetting his name. Hillenburg, R.I.P. And the other one was that he didn't want like them to ever age the characters in any way, and now they're fucking spinning it off, and they're kids at Camp Coral. I guess, like SpongeBob and
Which
Pals.
doesn't even make sense. If Sandy's in it, it's like,
Yeah,
bro,
Sandy's in
we
it
watched
doesn't
the
make-
episode where
doesn't
they
make-
meet,
exactly.
so it's
Wait,
like,
is
a
Sandy
fucking...
really in it?
I don't know.
Bro,
I
that
hope
shit,
not.
that shit
And
makes
they're
me
doing
hot.
It's fucking it's like the Jimmy Neutron CGI. It's not even like animated.
Oh, that's
Oh.
awful.
Yeah.
They did the movie like that
Yeah.
a few years ago, and,
and
it was terrible.
fucking gross.
Yo, you guys
bro.
remember Mr. Meaty?
That
Mr.
was
Meaty
a-
was
I liked that
slap.
show.
I liked Mr.
I liked
Meaty.
that
It was
show.
just enough weird for me, bro.
No,
Yeah,
it
me too.
was...
Mr. Meaty
it was a
was
little
the
too much
single
weird.
worst show I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
The
dude.
show was. There were some episodes that were so creepy I couldn't watch it when I was.
Yeah,
little.
They had a
Mr.
tapeworm
Meaty.
episode.
Yeah,
where they
this
had
was
like
disgusting.
where they had like tapeworms in the meat, and they did like the alien like.
I think that was the
popping
first
out.
episode, yeah.
I like that.
That
show.
shit was
Mr.
sketch.
Meaty, Fanboy, and Chum Chum.
That one was less
show
so-
was.
That was
yeah,
less.
that
It was still. You know what they're bringing back? You guys ever watch Crank Anchors?
That sounds like a.
They're bringing
that
back
sounds like something
Crank
like
Anchors?
a porno that Dustin was sorry.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like it's not gonna hit the same.
Crank
It was
Anchors-
that
Crank
show
Anchors is
mid
terrible.
2000s with
the
like
puppets
and
giving
shit.
or
Prank phone
calling
calls.
people.
I don't remember.
One
that.
of the characters was Special Ed.
Oh,
it's pretty
nice.
I know. I kind of
That's
remember
good.
this.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
It was a
it's-
terrible show.
Was that the meme that was it like the Vine or whatever where it's like the puppet and he had like the pencil in his nose?
Maybe.
I think so.
1 + 1 = like 4 or some shit, and you just go like that.
Yeah, I think so.
That probably is it.
Yeah, no, that's just terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Speaking of terrible, last night was
Pretty terrible.
the office night at
Did you go?
Red Wings Frontier Field. I did not go, but
Oh, I
Stanley
went.
Hudson, also
Yeah.
known as
Leslie.
Leslie
Baker.
Leslie
Leslie
David
Baker.
Baker.
Yeah.
great
He was
guy.
there.
He was
with
there,
a pencil pen. With
and-
a pretzel pen.
and
Yeah.
he looked the same in every single picture that was taken of him that night. I've seen like 4 or 5 different
Yeah,
ones. and
he actually did.
Yeah, same
I-
smile.
So I
don't
was
get it,
there.
Why wouldn't he?
I was
Tell me.
I was there.
Don't
and,
speak
like,
until spoken to. Okay.
I didn't get a picture with him just because literally the line went through like half of the stadium.
I'm sure it did.
So I was like, I'm not waiting for an hour to get a picture with him, even though I can see him right
You
there.
should have just taken pictures.
I
of
did.
him.
I took a couple.
She sent it into the group chat.
Yeah.
I know you did, but you should have just taken like 11 and like made security come take you out, and then like kissed his feet because
Well
you're
then,
a weird.
then you
fucking
got like
Stanley
Jonathan
guy.
Morello. Shout out Jonathan Morello. He was taking pictures too.
Jonathan Morello
Yeah,
was there.
so you can just take his pictures off social media. Like everyone was taking
Right,
pictures
exactly,
of him.
bro. You want a
But-
picture with Stanley? Just fucking go on Instagram.
But yeah, and then where our seats were, we were behind home plate, all the way at the top, like at the end, with our backs against the wall, and you could just turn around and literally there was just a hole, like a hole in the wall,
And
basically,
you
and I
could
could just look down and see Stanley.
There's a
Yeah.
hole
So
in the wall where the men can see it all.
So I was just looking down, just watching Stanley all the time. Exact same face for every single picture.
Poor
It was
guy.
really funny.
Poor guy.
Poor
But I mean,
little
once you do over 1,000 people, it's hard to
Yeah,
make
it
the
gets
same
old.
face every single time.
It's hard to keep smiling. I feel like.
Literally,
at that point, bro.
dude. I bet I remember taking prom pictures and my face was hurting. I can imagine that. That's nuts.
After a while, I would build it up, like do my main smile, like when we were finishing up with pictures. So my regular smile, I'd just be like,
Let me see. Why?
That's
dude?
your regular smile.
no, like when we took prom pictures. So like every
That's
time,
an awful smile.
That's a terrible
dude.
smile, Tom. I know you can do better than that.
I mean,
Tell me you have a great smile.
Tom's got
Why
a
would you
nice
do
smile.
that?
That
I
smile
was
trying-
makes
again?
me
I was trying to
horribly
make a
horribly
joke.
uncomfortable.
Oh, you were trying to be funny.
Yeah, well, it didn't work. So
I will exit out. of
Stop it.
this.
Well, speaking of exiting, what else do we have to talk about? Are we done here? I'm kind of
I think
hungry.
we might
Every
be done
episode.
here.